We both agree this is the kind of stuff that we did this trip for. Random hot springs on the side of the road, no one around, no trash.
Let's leave everything and go traveling. See what tomorrow brings. It's only a choice away. Let's back up and leave today. Let's see what tomorrow brings.
You may remember in the last episode, we woke up right here on this peaceful little beach.
Looking for food. Yeah. Dolphins are always a good omen. Means you've got friends in the water.
Today we would keep meandering our way north. These little villages were so peaceful, and the people so friendly. I could have spent a lot more time here for sure. But for now, we were taking it in on the go. I absolutely loved this drive. As we headed steadily north, we noticed more and more crowds, and we didn't film a whole lot. So here are some of the highlights. As you can see, we did some more ferry rides. We checked out a little car museum. I love the random stuff you come across when you keep your eyes open. We, of course, had to take the hard way as often as we could. Goose is so capable, it's crazy. We met this dog, which I really, really wanted to take with us.
Hi, who are you? Who are you? You're so cute.
He liked to watch Tim cook.
What are you doing, buddy? Do you have little boots on your paws? Or are you just muddy?
And had very dirty paws. We hung out with friends, went to a German brewery. A cop gave us some fresh baked bread in the pouring rain. We had a campsite with wild berries everywhere. Yum. We saw lots of volcanoes and these crazy trees. We also found ourselves sitting here on this beautiful lake enjoying a beer and making the tough choice of where to go next. We already knew we would have to bypass Santiago, which was a bummer because it was a city I was really looking forward to exploring. But the protests were seemingly gaining steam with a second wave about to begin. As we got near the more populated areas, we saw more signs of protests, and we didn't have time to risk being stuck anywhere, not to mention taking our own safety into consideration. All in all, there were a lot of factors that went into this choice, but moral of the story is, we have a lot of exploring left to do here in Chile, because we came to the conclusion that this just wasn't the time to do it for us, and we made the really tough choice to veer east and head back into Argentina. Back in the land of alfajores and mate, we made camp next to this beautiful river. We also spent a night right here next to another amazing river where Tim was able to do some fly fishing. We met up with Miguel one last time and enjoyed an asado together, wondering what life would look like as our adventures were coming to an end.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Oh, that is bad. Oh, there it goes, there it goes! Oh! Ah! Look how good that is! Oh, when you see your success. That's beautiful, man.
You gotta cut your first bite, taste it. Taste your success.
One happy too. So after a few weeks in Chile, beautiful. Chile is amazing, but so many crowds, hours of traffic, bumper to bumper. Here we are on a lake right near a town, San Manuel de Andes, super touristy town. We're having this asado barbecue. It's pretty cool.
Next, we decided to make our way up into the mountains to just enjoy this country we were lucky enough to find ourselves in. Stopped to eat lunch just by the river, and there's all these cool trees. I'm not sure what they're called. I have to look up what they are, but they're like succulents. I'll show you what they look like up close. They're really neat. This canyon we're just driving down is so pretty. It has all these crazy trees, and then like you come into this big canyon and there's this huge vista. We had to stop, pull over, and use the drone because it is just amazing. Like it looks like it should be like prehistoric. Like the trees are nothing I've ever seen. The rock formations are, it's just incredible. It's crazy. So otherworldly. Just some random canyon, didn't expect it. I love watching the world go by while we drive, and it always amazes me how quickly terrain changes. This isn't far from where we took that last drone footage, and it is so different.
Wow. We'll pause you.
What do you think?
Amazing. This is some of my favorite terrain of the trip, oddly. I didn't expect it. I mean, we're just driving north through Argentina. We've been in like that Patagonia, you know, super green, high mountains. And this is sort of like, this reminds me of northern Peru a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, those huge canyons, sort of deserty, but they definitely get a lot of snow here in winter. It's pretty high elevation, but much more deserty with beautiful rivers. And there's a bunch of hot springs coming up ahead. So blown away. Looks a little Grand Canyon-ish, a little Utah.
We found our first set of hot springs. One of them's really hot but pretty slimy, and then the other two are just warm. Check these out.
Man, that feels good.
Yeah.
Might have to take a quick shower right here. Got a nice cold Brahma. Shower stuff. Ready?
Swimsuit. Oh, I'm ready.
It doesn't look like a swimsuit. It's like a green bag. This is so cool. What's that?
This is the shower one.
I'm just going with it because it's just higher and easier. And it's plenty warm. That one feels like the more, All right. We both agree this is the kind of stuff that we did this trip for. Random hot springs on the side of the road, no one around, no trash. Amazing. There's a big hot springs up the road, and then past that turns to four-wheel drive trail. I think we're gonna try that as long as we feel like we have enough fuel, but this is amazing. This is why we came here. Yeah.
After spending way more time here than we expected, it was pretty wonderful. We dried off and headed to check out the official hot springs a little ways up the road.
So now we are at the actual termas, like the established site. It's still free, which is awesome, and it's beautiful. But these are the like maintained ones by the, I don't know if it's the state or the country, but wow. That's big. Whoa, that's hot. We're in the middle of a 2-minute hike. Well, that's what they said anyways. To the cascada that's hot.
Like Tim said, we were headed up to the hot waterfall since that first tub was way too hot to get in.
Yeah.
It was really pretty, but after our nice long soak right before we got here, we weren't feeling too motivated to hop in. So a quick look around, and then it was back into Goose. Eventually, we ended up here. Not a bad place to spend the night, right? I have to say that before we left, before we quit our jobs, before we packed everything we owned into a storage unit and crawled into Goose for the first time, we had decided this journey was not just a trip, but a change of life. We were making the choice to pursue what we valued, to take hold of life, and to quote Andy Andrews, life itself is a privilege, but to live life to the fullest, well, that is a choice. We had made a pact before we left that we don't want to waste any time. We want to squeeze as much out of life as we possibly can, right now. And in the past almost 2 years now, it has proven to me that we can do this, that taking a leap to pursue the life we dreamed of is possible. So although we were feeling this leg of our journey wind down, and that was a little sad, we were still enjoying the amazing places we found ourselves. And I must admit, we were already dreaming of what would come next. It was hitting me right here, though, that we had managed to break free from normal. Sometimes I have to take a breath, look around, and remind myself that this is our life. And P.S., if we can do it, so can you. So thank you all for coming along on this adventure. Thank you for your support, be it liking a video, buying us tacos, grabbing a sticker or shirt from our store, becoming a patron or YouTube member, or just sharing a kind word. All of that has not only allowed us to keep going, it has kept us inspired. So thank you. You really have been such a huge part of our journey, and we can't wait to take you along for the next leg of this crazy adventure. Don't miss the next episode as we enter Uruguay, where we do our final border crossing with Goose for a while. See you then.
What you doing? Feels good. I love it.